I'm Dr. Pam King, and you're listening to With and For, a podcast that explores the depths of psychological science and spiritual wisdom to offer practical guidance towards spiritual health, wholeness, and thriving on purpose.
Hello, friends and listeners. I'm Jill Westbrook, and I produce With and For with Pam King, and I'm excited to share today's episode. But before we jump in, I want to make sure that you're aware that Season 2 of With and For is coming soon. We'll be launching brand new episodes with incredibly interesting guests. I'm so excited to get to share them soon, and they're coming on January 6th, 2025. Until then, we'll be sharing shorter practical features and other talks and interviews from Pam, so stay tuned. Last time, Pam introduced the 5 A's of agility for spiritual health. This is a 5-step process you can implement throughout your life, whether it's marked by chaos or calm, to become more agile and adaptive to whatever life brings. In this episode, we explore the first A. It all starts with attunement. Pam explains the immediate body-level receptivity to exactly what's happening with you right now in your body. Starting here is really essential because it connects us to reality. Ideally, it brings us into the present moment and moves us toward acceptance and a clear-eyed consciousness of the feelings, emotions, thoughts, and experiences of the moment, which will allow us to build from there. Here's Pam's take on the first step of the 5 A's of agility for spiritual health: attunement. Enjoy.
The first A in the cycle is attunement. And by attunement, I mean actually attuning, listening, feeling, being aware of the sensations in your body. So we often talk about thriving as a process or journey or practice towards our purpose, but it starts with what we're rooted in. We are embodied people, and in order to thrive, we need to be rooted and connected and aware of our bodies. For some people, attunement would be a form of meditation. There are many, many forms of meditation: visual, audible, emptying one's mind. Christians acknowledge the goodness of God's creation, and our bodies are part of that created order. A lot of the history of Christianity has often looked down on the embodied experience and valued more spiritual experiences over our bodies. But we are in an era where we really realize that God has given us bodies through which we can know God and serve God. And our invitation as a Christian is to become fully alive. And we can't do that. We can't fully glorify God if we're not fully alive and we're not fully attuned to our bodies. So attunement is an opportunity to listen, to feel, to see, acknowledge, to hold your body. Is to become aware of points of potential pain or stress. It's an opportunity to become connected to parts that might feel enlivened or light or sources of joy. Different forms of attunement might sound like meditation, which for some people of faith might feel questionable. But think of this idea of attunement as an opportunity for you to know the vessel, that's a word we use often as Christians, that God has given us. You might be asking, how do I do attunement? There are many ways that we can attune to our bodies. One might be a body scan, where one reflects or contemplates light, love, goodness filling their body from top to bottom, or becoming aware of how you are sitting in your body, reflecting from the top of your head through your body to your toes. Another way of attuning are breath exercises. Taking long inhales and even longer exhales. Another way is even going for a walk, feeling your feet walk on the earth, becoming aware of your limbs, the heat or the cold on your skin. There are many different activities that can allow us to be in touch with the sensations that run through our bodies. For me, attunement is something I like to keep fresh, so I do rotate through a few practices. And one that I particularly like is a breath exercise. of breathing in deeply for, say, 4 or 5 slow counts. And then taking a very sharp inhale at the top of the breath count. And then slowly exhaling that out for a longer count. There are many breath practices. That one I learned specifically from Andrew Huberman and the Huberman Lab podcast that he runs out of Stanford. And there's a lot of great science around how that type of breathing actually calms down your parasympathetic nervous system. Attunement is an opportunity to get curious about your body and what you're feeling. So often we go through our day on autopilot and aren't even aware that our head hurts, our back hurts, we have to use the restroom, we're hungry because we're focusing on other things. So in attunement, the focus is really feeling the sensations. It's not thinking about the sensations or what they mean, it's just feeling them. Whether it's stress, whether it's lightness, just feel it.
Thanks for being with us, friends. Next week, Pam will walk us through awareness, an open, curious, and non-judgmental approach to observing our minds. Until then, you can find a wealth of practices and resources on our website, thethrivecenter.org. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Within 4 to catch each of our weekly episodes this fall. We'll be back next Monday.
Within 4 is a production of the Thrive Center at Fuller Theological Seminary.
For more information, visit our website, thethrivecenter.org, where you'll find all sorts of resources to support your pursuit of wholeness and a life of thriving on purpose. I am so grateful to the staff and fellows of the Thrive Center and our Within 4 podcast team. Jill Westbrook is our senior director and producer. Lauren Kim is our operations manager. Ren Jurgensen is our social media graphic designer. Evan Rosa is our consulting producer. And special thanks to the team at Fuller Studio and the Fuller School of Psychology and Marriage and Family Therapy. I'm your host, Dr. Pam King. Thank you for listening.